It's Wednesday, the 11th of May, and welcome to TDA, the day after. This is the home of popular culture as defined by the actual culture. And I'm joined with some lovely people.
It's your boy, Big Moss from the East Side. You know what it is.
Love it.
And they call me Emman, the pro-black activist.
Love it.
TDA producer, news
That's
analyst.
it. Yeah.
Melanin jam-packed.
You used to get on a t-shirt. That's what you used to do. And I'm the
He
Shade
loves
Queen, my own royalty. How are you guys doing?
We're good, man. We're good, man.
Yeah, man, all good.
Good.
I
All
want to
good.
find out what's going on in the world today.
There's a lot going on. Listen, I think today we're definitely touching on everything. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
I'm here. I did a full immersive experience. So I get the knowledge at the same time everybody else does.
You definitely do. We definitely said that yesterday. The viewers know
You
that.
know, I
But you know,
that
it's good though.
I think that's how I connect with the people. You know what I'm saying? They're watching the
So I'm watching
experience.
it with you.
Yeah, they're watching
Yeah,
it play
yeah,
out
yeah.
firsthand. This is real time. This is all real stuff.
But I like it. Like, I think we also get your genuine reaction, and that kills me every time. That kills me every time. Okay, let's go straight into it. Okay, the first one, we're kicking off the show with shyness today because wow. Okay, so this is about the Wagatha Christie trial, right?
Sorry, because it is. Is it?
There's a woman here.
What is this?
First of all, you're covered from head to toe. You got socks on, trousers on, a hoodie on, a hat on. The only thing you're missing is gloves. Of course.
Oh no,
Yeah.
sorry. It's a play on words, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm just
Oh, I thought you meant like the temperature in the room.
No.
It sounds like you're covered from head to toe. I'm in a t-shirt. I'm cold.
No, you see that?
Oh, you mean this?
You see that
this
the
what I'm talking
tagline?
about?
See, this
The
is
tagline
that.
threw me because
Oh,
I've seen the tagline and I
Yeah.
thought it was referring to something else.
Okay,
and I haven't
okay.
made the connection. If you followed the story, then you probably would have.
Do
Do you know what? Case in point, guys. This, he literally just clocked
Hit
this.
me same time. Right, let's go. Sorry.
Okay, let's go. So Mrs. Vardy is suing Mrs. Rooney, as in Wayne Rooney's wife, for claiming that she leaked private information to the Sun newspaper in 2019. As the so-called who's Wagatha Christie?
It's Agatha Christie.
Yeah,
Agatha.
yeah.
Agatha Christie.
Oh,
does
Wagatha, because they're
it's their wags.
wags.
Yes.
Ah, a producer's very smart.
This is what happened to you just now. Is what happened to me just now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, it's the same thing. See,
That's
I
smart.
understand this was literally in the article. He
Yeah.
didn't do anything.
You see what
Why
I'm
she
saying?
got why?
Internal
Look at a black
situation.
man putting
And
a
look at this
black
guy. This is it.
Where's
See?
HR? Okay, I get it now because the story's juicy now. Okay, I get it. So the so-called Wagatha Christie trial got underway on Tuesday. So Mrs. Rooney's barrister, David Sherburn, said the case was essentially about betrayal. And it is. I'll tell you guys the tea after. Mrs. Vardy is expected to give evidence on Tuesday or Wednesday, while Mrs. Rooney is due to do so on Friday. Her husband, the former England football player Wayne, is due to give evidence as a witness next week. Their beef started in 2019 after Mrs. Rooney posted online that fake stories had been leaked to The Sun, which she claimed could only have been seen by Mrs. Vardy's Instagram account. She was later dubbed Wagatha Christie after saying she had carried out an investigation to find out who was behind the leaks. That's jokes. Mrs. Vardy obviously denied being the source of the leaks and posted her defense on social media at the time, saying a number of people had access to her accounts. When no public apology came from Mrs. Rooney, Mrs. Vardy in June 2020, decided to sue her for, what's that?
For libel.
Libel.
Yeah.
Let me tell you guys what the tea is, right? So, Mrs. Rooney, right, was just posting stuff about herself, her life, whatever. And then she clocked that somehow my tea always goes out into the world. I think she must have been doing like her
Yeah,
friends,
she's got like
right?
a private Instagram
like
thing.
a private Instagram account kind of thing. Yeah,
Mhm.
cool. So she clocked that this is meant to be private. And obviously, in your private, you have people that you essentially trust.
Mhm.
But somehow the Sun is my business. So she decided to start doing process of elimination, right? Got to Mrs. Vardy. Mrs. Vardy is the only person
Yeah.
who sees whatever it is, right? Whatever piece of information it was,
She's
Mrs. Vardy is the
feeding
only person in there.
misinformation.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then what happens? The Sun gets it. But the other experiments, the Sun didn't get anything.
Mhm.
So clearly it's you. So I think it's so cheeky how you're now going to come and say you're going to sue because you want an apology
Because she's a
for being guilty.
scumbag. She's a scumbag.
She's ridiculous.
Completely
She's
from head to
ridiculous.
toe.
She's ridiculous. What do you guys think?
It's ruthless, man. I mean, I don't even understand why you do that in that space.
It's mad.
Like your husband was probably international at the time, or I'm not
Yeah.
sure, but
Mhm.
in and around it anyway.
Mhm.
Mm.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like he's high profile.
Yeah.
Her man is Wayne Rooney.
Mhm.
Like I just don't even understand what's going on in your head to even get caught up in all that. Like if it was someone else, I can understand. But even like that's what I'm trying to say. Like you represent your partner.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
you just make
Yeah.
Vardy look like
Exactly.
an idiot.
Mhm.
You get
Yeah.
me? So yeah, she's
We know
sick in
people
her head.
say that sometimes rich people do weird things that you can't understand. Like it's weird. It might be a thing of like maybe envy or jealousy, but looking outside in, you're thinking you haven't like your husband is who he is. Like you have all these things as well. Like why are you dying for it?
I
kind of
think
thing?
it's a new money situation, you know, because I think
Okay.
what's her name? Wayne Rooney's wife.
Yeah.
She's obviously she's been used to this from when she was like 18.
Mm-hmm.
When Wayne got when did he get signed?
Younger, they've
16.
been together- yeah, 16.
Yeah.
He's been he's been a star.
Yeah.
his whole life.
So yeah, I guess with Vardy now,
Yeah.
she's kind of new to it. But still,
Well, I
it
don't
doesn't
even know if
excuse
I
it.
would know
Still
who
there.
Rebecca Vardy was. So you're
Exactly.
right, there is jealousy and envy there because
Yeah.
there's levels at the end of the day because they can't talk to Colleen.
'Cause Rooney's
Colleen's a top wag.
Exactly.
Like a top,
Exactly.
top wag. So
She's a household name.
there you
Mhm.
go. So she's hating.
It's weird. That's very weird.
But
man.
still, like, how much money is the son going to give you? Like, for you to feel
mean,
like
that's the
even,
thing.
like,
That's the
Like
thing. That's why
worth
it's hating because I don't know if it's more for monetary gain. Your
But do you know
husband-
it's
your
that
husband's got to be on. I don't even know how
Yeah.
much money.
But do you know what it is? I think it's also about like maybe because people like Rooney's wife. It's that I want to be the favorite. Do you get me? Because I can imagine like in that circle, the respect that she gets because she's royalty. Do you get me?
Yeah.
So maybe
gotta
she
be-
sees
the
that
only
she's
wag
thinking,
the
you
only
know,
wag that's probably gonna get more respect in them circles is Victoria
Is
Beckham.
Rebecca.
or
Yeah,
something,
yeah,
innit?
yeah,
that's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
Really and truly,
Really and
out of
truly.
England, no one else England. They can't talk to Colleen.
But I can
No.
imagine the new girls coming in and thinking like, okay, kind of thing. Like they must feel away. That's mad, man.
maybe.
But then you must be cool with her for her to for you to be kind of in her close friends.
Yeah, she welcomed you in.
Yeah.
Essentially.
So
Maybe she just wants to get it popping again because that whole wag thing, it kind of like
Kind of died down.
died down.
Yeah,
innit?
that's true.
They built it up,
Mhm.
made a couple of girls famous. There's a couple of relationships that messed up. Maybe they started looking at it and thinking about, maybe this is a distraction we don't need.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then it's kind of gone down. So the wag thing's not really a thing at the moment. No one
Yeah.
really care about the wags. Like even like all the top footballers at the moment, we couldn't tell you who their partners are
Yeah,
really.
that's true.
yeah.
Like all
That's
like in
true.
England and that whatever. So
Mm.
maybe she was just trying to revive it. Maybe.
Do you know, I think this sounds like a very good storyline if our culture was one of like reality TV shows. Because you know in America, if this is a Real Housewives storyline right here.
This is
That
season
is so
5. This
sick.
is
this is
the
the juicy stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
this is good
you know
stuff.
when they throw the trailer out, this is what we're seeing. We're seeing them go
Yeah.
to court. We're seeing them.
Mm.
We're seeing all that stuff. We're seeing her talking to Rooney like, I can't believe she did that to me. Like we're seeing all the dramatics.
Yeah.
But the UK is not set up like
There
that.
was a show called Footballers' Wives, though, innit? But
It
that
was,
that,
Wags.
Was that fake? Was Footballers' Wives about fake people?
No, because I think I can't remember that. I can't remember.
Oh, I know what you're talking about though.
Don't worry.
In the
about
UK?
That was years
I'm sure
ago.
there's
Yeah,
a thing called Google here. Don't worry.
that was years ago.
What people-
But yeah, but she's trying to palm it off as her agent who did it, or maybe her agent's basically taken the fall for her because basically like there's WhatsApp messages between them, innit?
Yeah.
And pretty
Between
much.
the agent and Vardy. or-
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, it started in 2005. It was 5 seasons.
Yeah, it
Footballers'
was
Wives.
years
It's a
ago,
UK drama. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an old
Yeah.
drama. So what I'm saying is, sorry to cut you. So anyway, they should bring that back.
Yeah.
But instead of a drama as a station or whatever it is, they should just do it like Love and Hip Hop. Like
Yeah, like
real
reality
life
TV show.
football.
that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
So maybe
That would be sick, you know.
try to go up to maybe just let's trial it in like the championship. We'll leave the Prem players alone first. Let's
Yeah.
try it in the championship
Yeah.
and see how it goes, and then we could get some
Because you know what?
box office stuff.
Even
Yeah.
Vardy, yeah, if she's above it, which I feel like I can't imagine her or like Victoria doing any of this. Like, do you know what I mean? They're a certain level. But what they could do is be the women that introduce like the newer wives in. Because there's a show like that in America, Basketball Wives. So Shawnee O'Neal, which is Shaq's wife, she was like obviously in that circle, she's
She's, like,
really
top,
respected,
yeah.
right? So she started a TV show, Basketball Wives, and what she did, she wasn't originally on the show, but she had like the women who she was friends with. So you would see her in like scenes where she's like introducing, like talking to the women and whatever. She's like, oh, I'll show you my other friends, and then
Yeah.
do you get me? And she was more like producer, but then she ended up coming on the show. But again, she was always respected as she never had her personal drama was never involved in the show. Like when the girls are tearing each other's pants, wasn't her because she's of a certain
Exactly.
level. Do you get me? And there was always that respect. I remember she fired a girl on camera one time.
Yeah.
She was like, "Thank you for your services. You're no longer needed." And literally, that was the last we saw Brandy.
Wow.
It was mad.
Wow.
Yeah, so Colleen, I want Colleen to do it because Rebecca shouldn't be able to win. Colleen needs to take advantage of the situation and just create a show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
You know what?
I'd watch
I think
that.
we should branch out. TMB.
I hope you're hearing.
100%.
I wanted to cut you and cut all that stuff out because this is stuff that we should be doing for our network marketing. Just literally
We
tell
will do,
everybody.
Brent.
Okay,
We will
sorry.
do.
Cut it out.
Not us after I gave good content. You better leave that out.
I think we need to holler
I'm trying to get out the job.
Sterling's wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the black people.
That'd be sick.
Yeah,
That'd be
man.
sick. But yeah, man. We'll keep on top of the story. And I really want to know how it works out. And I hope she doesn't win because witches don't win. On to the next segment. Whoo, what you saying? Topic of the day. Today we're talking about pandering versus inclusivity. Here's the story, guys. Here's the tea. So the BBC has been accused of appeasing woke warriors after a Country File presenter said people menstruate. I know it sounds a bit confusing. So people are basically saying it should say women because when I read that at first, I thought they meant masturbate. Because I was like, what's menstruate? Like, I don't get it. So yeah, so basically BBC's been accused after a presenter said people menstruate. Describing how farmers tell when a cow is ready to give birth, Adam Henson said, a cow cycles every 3 weeks like a person, and the gestation period from mating to birth is the same as a person, 9 months. The use of person angered viewers on... Mugs, please. The use of person angered viewers of Sunday night's episode, with many writing on social media their dislike for what they would call pandering. Former Olympic swimmer Sharon Davis tweeted, people don't have monthly cycles, BBC. Females do. Bulls don't have monthly cycles, BBC. Another viewer wrote, oh dear, he's telling us how similar things the cow has to humans who give birth. No, sorry. He said, oh dear, he's telling us how similar timings the cow has to humans who give birth. Come on, Adam, you know they are women. Don't go woke on us. One even called for the BBC to be defunded. Okay, you guys have to take it too far. A BBC spokesman said, Adam was not making a specific point about sex or gender. He was talking about farm animals on a program about the countryside.
Look how they just rubbished everyone's thingy about the countryside.
Honestly, my question for you is, was the BBC right or are we taking things too far? Are we sacrificing truth to make people happy? Is truth even that important? Are people's happiness more important? Where do we draw the line? Silence in the
Over
room.
to you, E.
You can go first.
Over to you, E.
I mean, to be fair, I've learned that truth is subjective now. Yeah, all of a sudden, whatever you believe is good enough, innit?
I'll be honest, right?
So, yeah.
As a woman, I am more offended by the fact that, like, my cycle is being compared to a cow. I don't know whether it's similar or whether it's not. I don't know. I don't really care to know. But I'm more offended by the cow.
Okay.
Than the people and the persons. That's my thing. But I do think with animals, right? And I'm not great at biology or whatever. But with animals, isn't it just the female ones that can menstruate and give birth?
Yeah, just like with human beings, yeah.
So
they're being stupid, man. Just the language doesn't even work. Even when you're reading the quote, and it doesn't make
that's why
sense.
I thought it was masturbate.
A cow cycle every 3 weeks, like a cow
Like
cycles every 3 weeks,
like a person.
Yeah, and the gestation period from mating to birth is the same as a person, 9 months. Well, again, you're confusing us because if a kid reads that or something like that, are they gonna think that all people can give birth?
Exactly.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not making sense. You're not making sense. Not because not all persons can give birth. This is misinformation.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the point.
Yeah,
That is
so
the point.
it's wrong. Like if you,
Yeah.
I don't understand why they're choosing to use it. It is pandering, but I think people are getting ahead of themselves because no one complained about that. Like they done it to stay ahead of something. Like for future complaints that might come in it. Like no one complained about that. No one said anything. No one stole the show.
I think it's very unprovoked.
You know what I'm
Unprovoked
trying to
language.
say?
I don't think it was needed.
You are so worried about everybody throwing their toys at their pram and or getting having hissy fits and stuff.
That you preempted.
Yeah, you preempted
hissy
it.
fit.
You preempted the hissy fit, and then now you're getting backlash for your preempting. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And it's just stupidness. And we should be just allowed to. We should just be allowed to just talk. Innit? Like, language is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And like, if you're not using it offensively, I don't understand why people want to take offense.
But I just
to
think
things.
as well, biologically though, that's how it is, isn't it?
Yeah, but today biology means nothing. It means nothing.
Yeah, but the thing is though, even if
because like 10 years ago when we was in school,
Yeah.
we all knew men and women. There's two genders.
yeah,
or at least we thought there was 2 genders. Now there's more and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Well, there's not.
yeah, no, there is. There's like 30 if you Google. Last time I Googled, it was like 31.
Yeah, but there's bare things that you could, like, there is. Okay, cool, but what about facts? Is that stuff scientifically proven? Because when we do, if we can go with science, then that would be better. Like because people arguing their opinions and passing their opinions,
That's things everyone's
up and down
opinions.
all
Yeah.
along. That's how you start to offend people and stuff like that. And all that. Like,
I agree with that.
What is that? Is that something? Like, is that from an institute of science?
Because
as officially said.
I think what they're saying is gender isn't scientific. They're saying sex is. I think this is the argument.
Yeah.
Gender is not scientific. So gender is
gender is what we say.
is whatever.
It's socially
Yeah,
constructed.
exactly.
And
Okay.
And
sex
so
is
sex is male and female.
that DNA and all that other bits.
X
that
and Y
actually,
chromosomes.
So there's only 2 sexes,
Yeah, but
but there's
like
all different
There's
genders.
there's different genders.
those can increase. With,
Yeah, because you know, like in forms, like if you have a gender, you can say that men, male, female, prefer not to say, or like there's other options in some forms now.
Okay, so so the premise of it is there basically that sex is something that's scientific that could be proven. So there's 2 sexes, but gender is a social construct. So essentially, it's something that's made up.
Yeah,
exactly.
So if it's made up, you can just make up whatever you want.
Yep.
Yeah,
So that's why there's just so many genders because people could just make up whatever they want.
yeah.
Yeah.
People go with what they feel like they are.
So it doesn't matter about what's real. Like, just basically
doesn't
just do
matter
what
how
you want.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
so
your
you
sex,
understood. That's great. So
yeah,
all
so
this,
your sex and gender doesn't have to be the same.
I think that's a perfect breakdown of everything that's wrong in the world. So now I understand. I never understood why there were so many genders, but then now I understand because
Now you get it.
Yeah.
because you could just do and say whatever you want because
Yeah.
the genders is not even a thing.
Well,
So the
yeah.
sex is the thing.
The sex is
Gender's not.
yeah.
Genders, yeah.
But,
Okay.
but the issue is, I guess, is that people are now trying to make
sex.
gender what sex is. And so basically the importance we put on sex is now they're saying, essentially, let's put that importance in gender.
Yeah.
So that now you couldn't call somebody whose sex is a female in terms of gender, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So you kind of have to.
They're saying they're trying to change that. Anyway, how do you feel about using the word? If someone called you a female, would you be upset?
No, it depends on the tone though. Because some guys say it as in like in a derogatory manner.
Yeah.
But if you're just talking casually, like, oh, there's like a female, like I don't.
Yeah, but
I'm not offended by that.
Yeah, but I think what they're saying is behind it is regardless of the tone or how it's used or whatever.
Yeah.
They say it's the actual language, isn't it? So they're saying like, I'm a woman, a female.
Okay, yeah.
Because a female could be a dog or a cow.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or whatever. innit? So
That's
when
what I
you're
say
saying,
with,
so when you're saying female, you're not really like seeing me, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
So that was the argument behind it. But
And
you
that's
don't,
why
you
I
don't
say-
feel like that.
No, I do feel like that sometimes, but I think that's why I say like context and tone. If it's something that we're talking and it just comes out like quickly, because I do think that people have to kind of unlearn this language now, really and truly. But if it comes out like just in conversation casually, I'm not always going to be like, sorry, Mugs, I'm a woman. Do you get what I mean? But there are times where I've had to check guys and be like, no, woman kind of thing. And again, I just think it's for me personally, it's in delivery, it's in the tone, it's in the context.
They done that to me on set. I don't even know if it made the edit on. I ain't watched it back. When I done that, it was the Good Morning Britain spin-off show there with Julia Ganuga and all that. And there was all the women on the panel and stuff like that. And I was there talking and I said,
Like females.
I said something about females and it was all like,
First of all,
yeah, it's like the music stopped in there. It was like, first of all, ain't no females around here. Up in here. And I was like, oh, wow. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I do think that men should learn that though.
I'm sorry.
Because what I clocked is that when I say men, I never say males. I say men. Do you get what I mean? So I get it. You never say male.
Yeah, but male ain't got the right ring to it anyway. No one who wants to say that female.
Neither does female anymore though. Female ain't got that ring to it anymore. Because now it just sounds like an insult.
How? Females be tripping.
Yeah, I think it's because
Do you know
when
what?
you refer to animals, you normally refer to female, so that they don't want to use that particular term when you're talking about human beings.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Just say woman, everybody.
But it's like what we're saying. Obviously, there's certain things that you have to unlearn, yeah. And obviously, it's not saying that it's just right or using ignorance as an excuse, yeah. But people been saying or talking a certain way for so long, and then now all of a sudden you are telling us that this is wrong, innit?
Yeah.
But it's like you can't just tell us that. We have to learn that. You know what I'm saying?
And-
Because people been
and
saying
that's
it the whole time, and it's not from a place of malice.
And you
It's
know
not
what?
vicious, it's not vindictive or anything. We're
And
just talking. But now my harmless words that I've used the best part of my whole life. You are going to tell me now that when I'm saying this, I'm offending people, or I'm not
And
even
you know what
offending
it is,
people.
yeah?
I'm being offensive. And it's like, well, I'm not. You only just told me this the other day. Like
And-
literally,
and-
just told me
and
this
you
the
know
other
what? I
day.
have an issue with that because I think that there isn't enough grace giving to people to unlearn things. It's like, do you get what I mean? I feel like Because when you think about even like a normal habit, yeah, if you're someone who's trying to like get, I don't know, like trying to go to the gym, right? You have to build discipline.
Yeah.
What do they say? That it takes 21 days to build a habit. I can confirm that is not true because 22nd day I can break that shit really quickly. But do you know what I mean? It takes a while for you to get yourself in a routine, to be disciplined at something. Like you have to constantly remind yourself. And I think that the way society is today, no one's afforded the grace to make a mistake or to not know something. And sometimes people just don't know. Like you just tell someone that, you know what, actually, what you said, this is why it's offensive, or this is why it's this, say it this way instead. And then give them the grace to understand that.
Yeah.
But when people have been doing something for so long, and it might sound mad, but I kind of have that as well with certain white people when they use certain terms. Like I feel like you're not aware, your background hasn't allowed you to understand that term is not allowed anymore, kind of thing. Like you shouldn't say coloured people, kind of thing. So I give grace in that you said that you've had this belief that this is right for so many years. If I tell you now, you can't unlearn something in 5 minutes I've just told you. Like
exactly.
You're gonna have moments where you slip up and whatever else. You get what I mean? But it's just that grace, I think.
And plus, the public have a right to question why I need to now change this way of thinking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For example, right, if I just look at the dictionary now, what is a woman? An adult female human being. It's not my words, right?
Yeah. You said Oxford said that.
Exactly. So an adult female human being.
Yeah.
What's a female? Denoting the sex that can bear offspring or produce eggs.
Yeah.
So if you now say, okay, these cows cycle like a like a person.
Yeah.
We know a person could be a man or a woman.
Yeah.
Or a female male. This is it. What's wrong with just saying like a man? Sorry, like a woman or like a female. This, like, kind of like what Marx is saying. It's just fact. It's scientific.
Do you know
fact.
what, actually, when I think about it now, I feel like it takes away from what women have to do. And that doesn't right with me, actually. Because if someone said that, you know, people have, or persons have like menstrual cycles and all that kind of stuff, or can give birth or whatever, it really isn't. Do you get what I mean? It's specific to the female sex.
Exactly.
And I think that doing that generalization takes away from how serious it is for the people that have to go through that. Like childbirth and menstruating and all that stuff. It's not easy stuff. It's not. Yeah. It's not a walk in the park. Yeah. It's mad.
Well, I don't know. I've always thought for myself. Yeah. I don't know if you can agree, but like, ain't it like usually women that are the ones championing that equality thing and pushing it? So like when I see certain things like stuff like with the transgender issue and stuff like that, and you'll see certain things and they're talking about like sharing toilets or allowing transgender women in females' toilets or allowing transgender men or transgender women to compete with not normal, sorry, I don't know what the word is. Women.
Women that are born women. Yeah, just say that. I think. I don't know if that was better.
I just want to say Brent. I don't know. But anyway,
It's not malicious, so I get it.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But I would look at that and think that doesn't that sometimes when you see that, like, doesn't it like trying that don't women look at it and feel like it might be diminishing the women's experience and stuff like that. Like when you compare it, like women that go through childbirth or go through the menstrual period and stuff like that, and then someone who can't do it but tries to relate to me and claim the same thing. But I always thought that women might look at that and think like, you are trying to like I said,
diminish what we go through.
Yeah, but what I actually find is that it's like I find a lot that it's like it's the women that are like pushing the campaign to champion it, to say that
to include them,
like yes, like their cause. That's what they want to do. Like yes, like let's go, sis.
Do you know what it is? I think that women are more likely to stand with people who are in disadvantaged groups because women are disadvantaged in society as well. Do you get me? So I feel like based off that struggle, we can relate. Even though that the struggle is different, obviously. Like say, for example, the LGBTQ plus community, even though the struggle is different for them, because with women as well, we have our struggle in society that we fight for. So it's kind of, we get it. We get why, we understand. I feel like we're more understanding. And so that's why it looks as though, not even it looks as though, why women are more likely to be the one in society to fight with them and to help try to get their voice heard.
But do you know what? There's also a big group of women, I was going to say it might even be larger. Yeah, that don't agree because...
Yeah, I was going to get to that point.
Because they see how this can trickle down into real practical everyday life. For example, right, you got women there was a time where I guess women didn't have as much maternity leave as they do today.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me today, if a trans woman wants to take maternity leave, they should have maternity leave? Like it's a genuine question. Like, why would they?
Yeah, but they can't. They can't.
But they will say, "But I'm a woman, and this is a woman's right."
Yeah, but women are only entitled to maternity leave when they get pregnant.
No, can I say that?
And a trans woman can't get pregnant, so they would never be entitled to maternity leave.
Wait. Is this a trans woman who was a man? Is that what you mean?
Yes, it's a man who's become a woman now.
Yeah, so basically with that, you can still get that same amount of time because even women who aren't trans, if you adopt children, for example, you're entitled to maternity leave. So you're not just entitled to maternity leave because you physically birthed a baby.
Oh, okay.
If you got a child,
but that's
can get maternity leave.
That's reasonable and understandable.
Yeah,
if a baby pops up, then
because if I had a baby,
you should be a male if you was a working teacher. If you was a male and if you've got a baby there and you're the sole responsibility for this baby, you should be allowed maternity leave.
Yeah.
No, you are because men are allowed paternity leave.
Yeah.
Oh,
but obviously, I feel like if you're the main carer, if you're the main carer,
no, that's what I'm saying. If you're like saying that you're the main carer,
then I'm sure there's a grace
scheme
for that. Yeah,
that's true.
because really, truly, if I wanted to have children and I use a surrogate, I would have maternity leave from work as any other woman because it's still a baby that I need to take care of, kind of thing. So
that's true.
With that,
But obviously, I guess that's not a good example. But there's other things that women.
Yeah, because I was going to say when Marx was asking that there are women as well, as much as women support. Not every woman supports, obviously, because the world is the way it is. But there are women as well who have issues because they do think that it takes away from what women who stick to who live in the sex that they were born in. It's like a little riddle. Who live in the sex that they were born in.
Thank you very much for actually taking the time to be considerate.
Who, me?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, so women who live in the sex that they were born in, there are women who are upset because they feel like it takes away from what they have to go through. In terms of, I remember years ago actually when Caitlyn Jenner came out and said that she's now a woman. And there was a lot of women who, and I think she won an award for something.
I think Woman of the Year.
You Woman of the Year. And a lot of women were very annoyed because they were like, basically, you said, you're winning Woman of the Year. First of all, because you're a celebrity, really and truly. This is it's fueled because you're a celebrity. And obviously, you're brave enough to now live in your truth, which is great and whatever else. But really, a lot of women were offended because they said, for you, this is just you about you wearing nice dresses and doing makeup and I think she said that in a speech about like I get to like kind of be glam kind of thing. And people were annoyed about that because they said, this is what it is to you because we have to go through this and all the hormones that we do when we're menstruating and the childbirth and all that kind of stuff. And even like just the way that we live is different. So there are women, of course, who are who don't see it, but that's like everything really, I think
with all of this stuff, lines get blurred, innit? Like all the time, like, and people want to like misconstrue the issue. You know what I'm trying to say? That.
Yeah.
So the problems with these issues with like transgender and the sex, the problem with these issues, is people that are spewing hate. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
100%.
And acting on it, whether it be like violent, being physical with people and doing hate speech and trying to oppress people and push them down for whatever their sexual desires are. For whatever it's in, right? This is where the problem is. Because essentially, you can do whatever you want in life.
Exactly.
Anything you want. And you shouldn't be vilified for that.
At all.
Well, not within
that life
reason.
actually a social construct. Like,
the
reason why you think what you do is right is because you've been socially programmed to believe that that's right. So,
so if you want to be, that's what you want to do, if you want to sleep with men, women, animals, whatever. If you want people to refer to that, wherever you feel comfortable in your skin, what you want to do, you should be allowed to do. You know what I'm trying to say? And the problem comes back when people try and stop them from doing that and try to oppress them. But on the flip side, the issue comes in when it's like, all right, cool, you should be allowed to do what you want to do, But then now, I'm affording you that freedom. But you ain't affording us the freedom of being able to do what we want to do. So now, rather than me saying that, looking at you and saying that you want to live as a woman and you identify as a woman and that's what you want to live and and I should be allowed to identify. So I can acknowledge that. Okay, fine, that's fine. But they're not happy with that. It's almost to the point where they want you to say that no, you need to understand that I am a woman.
Yeah,
like, do you know what I'm trying to say?
Exactly.
They're saying no, you can't. Don't just accept me and think no. You have to understand that I'm a woman.
Exactly.
And then there's some people that's gonna give pushback and say, well, I don't believe you are.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And then that's where the issues are coming from. That's where
Yeah.
the conflicts are coming from.
Yeah.
Because I think you should just let people just live their life.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
on both sides of the board, like, let people live their life. You don't think what you want to think.
Yeah.
As if you're not being angry or hurtful or malicious, I don't understand what the
But the
problem
truth
is.
is, I
But it's
think with
always just
that,
too
though-
contentious.
Yeah, but I think even with that though, is that the people who believe that the people who say that they are women, and I want you to say that I am a woman, not identify as a woman, is because they felt like all their lives have been living a lie. Do you get what I mean? So the reason why I haven't been able to come out and be confident in this is because of what society said that I'm not allowed to do it. So now that I finally can, because for them, I've been a woman. You guys just didn't see it, and I just couldn't say that I was kind of thing. So I think that's where that kind of
It's always going to cause problems because people can't understand, yeah? Because I always talk about facts and stuff like that. Science and stuff like this, these are things, yeah? So you see with like chromosomes and saying this, but the facts is, if you do enough science and you understand life, you know there's going to be like discrepancies in things like that. Even though things that are facts, you can test them 100 times. There could be 1 or 2 times where you get a different result or whatever. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So you don't have, even if you can't sympathize with people and what they're going through, if you just think logically, there has to be people that are living in the wrong bodies, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like something within them, the chromosomes is not,
Don't seem right.
it's not right.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say? So inside me, I feel female or male, but outside I present
As something
else.
Yeah.
And that's because wires are going to be crossed.
Yeah, because the people who are born with a vagina and a penis, and they have to, and parents have to choose which one is going to stay.
But is it as simple as just choosing though? Don't they look at certain?
I mean, they obviously look at like which one is which is more what, like if it's more of a penis or more of a vagina, or like stuff like that. But
because I heard that that everyone's born with both essentially when you're born. Obviously, as you develop, the fetus develops and whatnot.
I don't know
One
about
just kind of goes.
Sounds
That's
like
what I heard.
Sounds like a Nigerian tale.
No. You might
Yeah.
be right.
But obviously, in that
Really?
situation, both just developed. So I guess they would kind of look at the chromosomes. Well, in the past, I think
where you got more kind of
exactly, and then ascertain it.
Do you know
from
what we're
there.
interested in knowing though? Because I think that I still believe that this person just the presenter kind of preempted saying that they might get some backlash if they didn't. And I think that in the context, but me, that's again, I'm just speaking as a straight woman who is a woman, that I just feel like it's just they preempted something that they probably wouldn't have got backlash for. So what I'm interested in knowing actually is if he had said female, would people have been offended by that? That's what I want to know, because I don't think, I mean, that's again, I'm speaking from a place of privilege. I don't think that they would have been offended by that.
You'd be surprised.
Some people might have, but that would have been easier because people would have been offended, and then you just turn around and say, well, what are you offended
Exactly,
for?
yeah.
Like, what on earth are you offended
Yeah.
for? We don't understand what you want me to do. We're talking about a cow. We're talking about a female cow. You know what I'm trying to say? There's a female version and there's a male version.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Of everything, of all species in life.
Yeah.
There's a feminine version and a masculine version. It's just and why is people? I don't understand, man. Like it's actual something that's actually real. It's there. It's a fact. We're not allowed to say it, or we just need to pretend like it's not. I don't understand
It's just
what we're doing here.
So I guess So how would you kind of deal with it, knowing that there is only male and female, but there
so
are
you don't
people.
ask me that.
Huh?
So Mark's looking at you like you don't want to ask me that.
No, like just because obviously, like most things, right? A conversation's needed, right? Because
Yeah.
obviously we don't understand because we don't have that issue.
Experience, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The experience. But it's like, say now we know unequivocally there's male and female.
Yeah.
But there are people who identify as, you know what I mean? Like the opposite thing. They're born in different bodies and stuff. How do we create a system that kind of includes them, but still makes that distinction? You know what I'm saying? Because the way I see it is, like you're saying, everyone should be free to do whatever they want.
Yeah.
I fully believe that. But whatever you believe is rarely done in isolation, because what you believe is going to present itself outside. So if I believe I'm a woman inside and I want to dress like a woman, you're going to see me outside on road
As a
dressing
woman, yeah.
as a woman. That's going to cause you to ask questions. How do we kind of make that work? Because one could say the BBC is trying to make that work by saying, you know what, let's just call it people.
Yeah.
That way we're not leaving anyone out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're not singling out the people that obviously applies to, i.e. the women.
Yeah.
But we are including those who
But you know what though?
You know what I mean?
That is society's solution, is to say people and person.
It's just about. It's like what you're saying. It's about inclusion. Let's just live in the society, but let's just have it, innit? Like it's not about being ostracized or outcast from society.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Because we know these things exist, innit? So it's like if you see a man that's presented as a woman, that's dressed as a woman and stuff like that, then it's not about trying to like outcast them or whatever. It's just about accepting it is what it is. You know what I'm trying to say? That, but I think the problem becomes when it's like it's on what level of acceptance.
That's what I'm saying.
What level of acceptance do you want? Because it's like me turning around and saying, "All right, cool. I think you're a man that's dressed as a woman, but I think it's totally fine. I think that's cool. But if I said that could offend someone. If that makes sense. They're gonna be like, well, I'm not accepting that. You're still telling me who I am and what I am, and I'm telling you what I am. Innit?
Yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say?
exactly.
So that's where the problem is. So it's like everybody's accepting of everybody. It's just like it's just the level of acceptance what people want. But I think people just have to be like realistic. Like I just don't think that people like move like if we disagree, if I'm saying something like it's hate,
Yeah.
vindictive or like
Exactly.
done in malice. I don't
and
understand
I think that
why it's seen like that. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah.
I guess like he was saying earlier, so like when people are used to a particular way of life or feel like all their life they've had to hide, and now there's something out there that kind of allows them to be free to say, you know what, I was born a man, but now I can present as a woman.
Yeah.
I should have those things that every woman has. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And obviously I don't want to take it, left or whatever. But like my thing is, how does every law, rule, whatever, present on a practical level? For example, again, this is probably a discussion for another day, but like you're talking about Caitlyn Jenner being Woman of the Year and stuff like this. Are we going to allow, let's say, a trans woman to be the greatest female, I'm getting mixed up myself, but the greatest female boxer of all time? If a man now becomes a woman, takes the hormones for about a year, like they recommend, and then starts knocking women out in 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Like,
just
it's
the arguments
dangerous.
that are
Like,
had all
this
the
is what I'm
time, where
saying.
it's like, especially we see typically with like the Olympics and stuff.
Yeah.
The categories and the runnings. I think there is a lot to. There's a lot to iron out. There's a lot to sort out. There's a lot to really go into in terms of every area of society.
Yeah.
And I think it will take time. And I think there's that as well. Obviously, I can't imagine having to like not live in my truth. I can't imagine that for a second.
Exactly.
But I think that because I want to say that over time, because I feel like there is things being done. So over time, society will be able to reflect everyone's interests, I guess.
Yeah.
But I think that we do kind of need to have a bit of patience because there's a lot to really iron out.
100%.
While taking into account inclusivity and understanding and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But
I guess
just respect people's decisions. I see someone having a conversation about Caitlyn Jenner, which was interesting.
Yeah.
Like, because someone was trying to like not just like someone was trying to say like, right, like obviously you'd respect the decision, like she's a woman now and and then someone was doing the other side like, no, it's not like it's that's Bruce like we're not even trying to acknowledge the whole Caitlyn thing, innit?
Yeah.
And where they was trying to be like wrong and strong on that, but then someone's basically breaking it down. But even so, like what you're doing is coming from a place of ignorance, innit? Like because at the end of the day, it's too divisive because you're not prepared to accept people's decisions,
That's
innit?
it, yeah.
Because if you're not prepared to accept that Caitlyn is a woman, so you're saying, okay, cool, it's still a man, yeah. But you're not even prepared to call her Caitlyn.
Yeah.
You're still calling her Bruce, and you're being rude.
Yeah.
So facts is facts, yeah.
Yep.
He changed his name.
Exactly.
And I think
he changed his name on paper.
Exactly.
He changed his name.
Yeah,
so
100%.
why are you calling him Bruce for?
Yeah.
His name's not Bruce no more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
That's what
Regardless
it is,
of whether you think he's a man or a woman,
Yeah.
his name's not
Exactly.
Bruce.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
when people tell you call me by this,
Yeah.
you do that.
Yeah,
Actually,
that's my name. My name's changed. You know what I'm trying to say? So the fact
Accept it.
that you won't even think the name shows where you're coming from.
Exactly.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, because you don't even kind of separate them. So like it's just like accept people's decisions and accept things
And that's
for
it,
what
man.
it is, innit?
Yeah.
I just think like just everyone focus on your own focus. That's
Yeah.
actually the truth. Just focus on
100%.
yourself.
And one last thing I was going to say is, in life, I just feel like you should never take away from people. You should add to people. So, for example, women have certain rights. I don't think we should take certain rights from them to give to another group.
Yeah.
Trans,
Just
for
add.
example, need to have something, I think personally, just for them.
They definitely do.
Because I think there is a distinction. Obviously, they may hate me for saying this, but personally, I think there's a distinction between a trans woman and somebody who's a naturally born woman.
Mhm.
But if they identify as a woman, they should have something in place
definitely too.
that helps them, that benefits their plight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rather than making them feel, isolated and by themselves, and when that's not the case. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I say that there's so much to really iron out, and so much for the authorities and powers that be, the people that are in positions to make these rules.
Mhm.
There's a lot for them to really, really
it's hard
iron
work.
out and think about, because it's a deep issue. Like there's
Mhm.
too many areas in society that needs to be sorted out.
Yeah, so this is all happening in real time. To your point, Emmanuel, of looking into the future and seeing the worst, I think that type of rhetoric is what people speak to as whatever phobic, because it hasn't happened yet, but you're basically, quote unquote, kind of fear mongering. Now,
In what way? What do you mean seeing the
so
worst?
when you said with Caitlyn Jenner being the Woman of the Year, you said, are you going to give an award to someone who is the best? I think it was the boxer.
Yeah.
No, that hasn't happened yet, right?
No, but it can happen.
And you're saying anything can happen.
No,
right?
I'm basing it on, like, for example, look at UFC. They've allowed certain
So
MMA
say
events.
that.
But what you're saying
So
is
say
that
that.
even that is it still
that.
could be seen as fearmongering. It hasn't happened yet. You're
Yes,
still predicting
precisely.
the worst.
Okay.
It's the worst case
So
scenario
basically
you're
just
going for.
choose something that's actually happened.
Everything is happening in real time.
Okay, cool.
Everybody's having to basically shift and move in real time. So you're bound to have mistakes. Look at this COVID thing.
Mhm.
Right when it happened, a whole set of mistakes were made.
Mhm.
And now we are now trying to reverse, walk things back, and this, that, and next. So this particular thing is very contentious,
Yeah.
as we've seen in this conversation right now. So grace has to be extended on both sides, as
Mhm.
Mags pointed out.
Yeah.
And that needs to be said. You made some great points about not wanting to remove rights from one party to give to another party.
Mhm.
Instead, add to all. Right?
Exactly.
So grace also needs to be given to everybody looking to basically get this right,
Mhm.
because it's happening very quickly.
Yeah.
It's populating media, social media. You're talking about TV shows, series, movies. Everything's happening very quickly. So it's nice to talk about this, but it's also important that we are particular in how we articulate what it is we feel.
Mhm.
You understand? So
100%.
I think it's been a good conversation, to be honest.
Yeah.
I
Well,
would
I've
agree.
had enough of dodging landmines. So, on to the next.
Let's talk about the Queen.
I don't know. I won't know if my leg blew off at all after the episode's coming.
100%.
Do you know what's funny? That's
Everything's
I was
happening
thinking
every
that.
time.
Real,
I
innit?
was thinking that. The quarter of people say,
I thought you were like, oh, mate, lost the leg. Lost the leg. Fuck.
they got me. All right, so we talked about the Queen and the royal family and all that stuff yesterday. Obviously, Mark's was hoping for his bank holiday.
It's my Jubilee.
Go away, just go away. So the Queen's speech and what it addressed. So as we said yesterday, the Queen is not in a position to deliver her own speech. So for the first time in years, actually. So the speech delivered by Prince Charles. If you don't know who Prince Charles is, because I get confused with all of them. He's the one that was, with Camilla cheating and all that kind of stuff.
Oh my goodness. He did more than that, though. The man
I'm
is like
trying to be
70.
nice. I'm trying to be nice. The speech delivered by Prince Charles in the Queen's absence allows the government to reveal its upcoming legislative plan. It included proposals for laws including energy security, carbon emissions, and post-Brexit economic arrangements. The government has promised to tackle sharp rises in the cost of living by boosting the economy, but Boris Johnson has warned that the government could not shield everyone from the effects of global inflation. Essentially, only rich people are going to get protected. Labour has called for measures like a windfall tax on energy companies and an emergency budget to address the cost of living. One bill proposes tougher penalties for protest groups like Insulate Britain and Extinction Rebellion, which use disruptive tactics. The speech also pledged support for Ukraine and to reduce regional inequality, but trade unions complained about the lack of an employment bill aimed at improving workers' rights.
Mm. You can't please everyone, though, innit? Like,
I know we weren't going to ask. We said yesterday we stop asking what the Queen does, but
I guess, I mean,
why is it her business?
she's,
Like, what's this?
she's, it's tradition, isn't it? She's just relaying the plans of the government.
You don't think we know that? We're living in the high cost.
No, but
of
I
the
guess
living,
they're
sis.
talking about their plans, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? What the Tories are looking to do, and how obviously Labour now saying the Tories need to do more, hence them bringing up the windfall tax, and all that type of stuff.
I
What's
like
the
that they
windfall
got
tax?
that they're planning to bring harsher penalties for instant Britain people.
Yes,
but I swear that-
same.
But when they're
Same.
fighting
They need that.
for the energy cost though.
Yes, but pick your battles carefully.
Yeah, but the way they went about it was mad. I will say that.
Yeah, exactly.
But they tried to get you guys' attention because now look.
No, because you're
Not
gonna
that would have made a difference.
No, you're
really,
gonna
but-
get people in trouble, man. Because you couldn't. Come on, man. You could get yourself mashed up as well. No, that's not what you want to do. You want it to affect like the government, like not the people. Like, why are you trying
Exactly.
to like?
Yeah,
like,
there
why are you
was
trying to
that,
hurt
yeah.
the people for?
Exactly.
People didn't do nothing to you. The same people that you're claiming you're trying
Yeah.
to protect.
Yeah.
You're trying to mess up their livelihood.
Do you know
You're
what-
stopping people from getting to work and stuff.
Yeah.
People got bills to pay,
Yeah.
childcare, maintenance, all these kind of things.
Yeah.
Like
Someone's mum died or something because they couldn't get to the hospital because
See?
they were stuck in traffic.
And what
And-
would they do? Offer an apology.
And
you know what should
obviously,
have
yeah,
been?
you see what they're thinking. Yeah, they're thinking, look, if the people feel it, the people are going to complain. The government's going to
Exactly.
feel it. That's what they're
Yeah,
thinking.
that's the
yeah.
plan.
Yeah.
But that's more long term. It's got to be consistent.
Yeah.
Initially, your first
People are outraged.
preemptive strike here
Yeah.
is only going to affect the people, and they're not going to go and complain to the government.
Yeah.
They're going to put their frustrations
On
on you.
Yeah.
That's why people are trying to
100%.
run you over and dash piss on you and all these things because
Yeah.
you're doing
Yeah.
foolishness.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
No, it's true.
So,
Not an early dinner here.
so this comparison might be wild, but I guess they were protesting for what they believed in, right?
Yeah.
And Black Lives Matter was what?
Protesting for what they believe in.
And were you willing to stop?
Black Lives
Traffic.
Matter is different.
Very,
Traffic.
very different.
Why-
That was you're-
I've gone to Black Power March. I wasn't sitting in the street. I'm not sitting
I'll
in
be
the
honest
street.
with
No,
you.
I was not prepared to sit in the street like one of them idiots and stop traffic. No, I was not prepared
And
to do that.
furthermore, yeah,
And
I was
you are
never be
allowed.
prepared to do that.
Yeah, you're
I want to go and
gymnast
stand.
bag.
I want to be seen and be counted and show unity and all these kind of things. Yes, I was not sitting in the high roads.
Is
So
it for BLM? You're talking about?
Huh?
It's for BLM or the energy?
No, I'm saying I'm down for. He's basically saying
When you say energy, are you talking about climate change?
I don't even know.
What were
Insulin-
Extinction
insulin
Rebellion?
listen.
Are you talking about Extinction Rebellion people?
Yeah.
Do you know what they were protesting about?
No, because-
Insulating Britain.
Oh, wait. What are we talking about? Are we talking about the climate change protesters?
Yes.
Ain't that insulating Britain people?
Yes, I'm talking about.
All right, you do realize that climate change is real, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
What does that mean?
I mean,
So you agree with them?
Oh,
Let me
wait,
catch you.
Let me catch
Let me catch you in the street with them.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'll see
Let
you
me see.
patience.
Let's see how we
Because
deal
you're
with
on
you.
the high on the
Yeah. And
most way to
remember,
Heathrow.
you're not Caucasian. You're a black man. They'll do what you
You're
bad
first
out
to
there.
go.
Yeah? So
All
you
right.
go out there
You're
with them
first to
idiots.
go,
Yeah,
Brent.
you be the first to
I
go.
am telling you that this is going to come back and we're going to have this discussion when things happen. You will see.
Cool.
But yes, I guess they I don't think this is upset people because they blocked them. It's because how they looked when it is they were doing what they were doing. Right?
Okay.
They look like
Yeah.
look like very, very people.
Yes.
It annoyed you even more.
Yeah,
And when
100%.
people were moving over the streets, they were just like being like dead weight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It looked annoying.
It was so
Everything
irritating.
about it
It's
was
annoying.
Yeah.
Black
And
Lives
the-
Matter protesters weren't being so
And
annoying.
plus it was allowed. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
everyone knew this particular day,
Yeah.
this is going to happen for
Yeah,
BLM.
they would just
And
show
you know what
up.
I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, but climate change is real. I need
It
you
is.
guys to understand. Climate change is real.
Climate
It
change
is.
is real. I recycle and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I will be honest, I just think I have a lot of worries in life that
And
I
plus-
just think
Mhm.
that is above me.
Hmm.
Respectfully.
I like Brent said, I think it's definitely something that we have to think about. By the way, that's the reason for the lake drying up that we were talking about yesterday in Las
Okay,
Vegas.
climate change.
Yeah, climate change.
Yes.
Yeah,
Climate
the
change
world's
is
just
saving
getting hotter
lives.
and hotter and hotter. You know what I'm saying? But there's
Definitely.
ways to do certain things. And to
Yeah,
answer
It's
your
better for
question,
England holiday destination.
I love this show so much.
And climate change ain't really gonna like affect us.
Oh, it will.
I think it'll be like our kids' kids.
No.
They can worry about themselves. I'm going to have to worry about
Yeah,
my
it's gonna be
day
our
to day.
kids'
It
kids.
has
I think-
already started affecting us. It has already started affecting us.
How?
yeah, in different ways.
Yeah,
It's
like
trickling down.
hotter summers, heat waves, flash floods. But I don't live.
I'm not seeing negative
I don't
right
live.
now.
I don't live in a flash flood area, so.
But I
you know what I'm
recycle.
saying?
Like, I
Jesus
recycle really
Christ.
well. I recycle my food. I recycle plastic. I recycle papers.
Do you know
Ben, I think you need to break it down a bit.
No, we will. We
Yes.
will session. You know, there's a reason that's why we're moving to electric cars.
Exactly.
I want to go electric.
There's a
though.
reason.
I want to go
Yeah.
electric so
Yeah, the
bad.
price
man.
of petrol is killing me.
Yeah, the petrol is finishing me.
crazy.
The
Yeah,
sea levels
me.
are rising.
Yeah.
What, the sea
Sea
levels?
levels are rising.
Are rising,
So we're gonna drown one day.
Can you imagine? Britain's actually getting hot and you guys are thinking, yeah.
Bring on
You're
the
thinking,
barbecues.
yeah.
Do you not know,
It's
yeah,
crazy.
that London's a spoon?
What do you mean?
The shape of London.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so you see that the shape of London. Yeah, you see that it's
Like,
not even
I'm just so
not even
concave.
England. Not even. I don't even know if it's England or if it's the whole country. I don't even know if it's just London or if it's the whole country. But I think it's more probably London.
Mm.
Yeah. So it's like a spoon shape. Yeah. So like you see that the middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is like lower than
The
everything around it.
sides.
Yeah. You see them dams at the Thames. Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been in the mud
Mm.
for decades. Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're on their last legs. Yeah. I think they're probably doing soul renovations, yeah. But the dams, the serious stuff. You need to check into it. Yeah, these dams about London around the Thames, yeah. They're on their last legs, yeah. If they go, yeah, London's cooked, you know.
Yeah, we're finished.
Well, what happens?
What
What?
would happen if you put water in a spoon?
Overflow, finished.
How is it?
You'll be finished.
Just
The middle of it
Just
is
funny,
lower.
yeah.
It's like it will flood. It will really
Yeah,
no, it will really
yeah,
flood.
it
Like
would.
really
100%.
flood.
But just what's funny is the way you led into this, yeah. I just had a quick flashback to when you talk about your flat Earth thing, and I just feel like where's Ludes? So that's how I was.
You know what? I
Okay,
watched that
that's
the other day as well, you know.
Do you know how funny that was?
Lewis thinks I'm a flat earther. I told him I'm not. I'm
Lewis
just
is
inquisitive.
yeah.
Luke said, yeah, he goes on Facebook and just terrorizes them just because he can.
Yeah, he goes into groups. He actually does. He goes in like flat Earth groups. Like, and he, like, thinks
Oh, I
to
love
people.
But you know what? Like what Marks was saying was it's true though.
Don't
Like,
worry, be careful.
You just don't know though.
Be careful what you're saying.
No, but for real, like you don't know what you don't know. Like,
And that's why I
live
don't know.
by
And
that.
that's why I don't worry about what I don't know.
this is it. I mean, I don't believe the Earth is flat at all, but I can understand to some degree.
Nah, because he was
To
there
some degree.
suggesting that all the pictures, you can't basically corroborate that and any of the pictures are real. You can't say that.
What, the spoon
There
or
are
the flat?
satellites in space
Yeah.
taking pictures.
Yeah, I know, but like what I'm saying is that there's people that it's inquisitive stuff. There's satellites in space taking
Mhm.
pictures, yeah.
Mhm.
These are real things, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the resources that you have, yeah, are
Mhm.
different. So if you got an uncle or someone that works for NASA
Yeah.
and you've seen this and you saw it up in the air and you got rare, then you come from a different place, innit?
Yeah.
If you come from the normal place of normal human beings
Mhm.
and you say, oh, satellites in space, that's cool. I want to see some satellites. And then you Google satellites and every single satellite CGI. You haven't seen a real
Mm.
satellite. You haven't seen a real satellite in space. You've
Yeah.
seen what the image would look like. You've seen
Yeah.
a CGI mock-up of satellites in space.
Mhm.
You haven't seen a picture of the satellite.
Mhm.
Nowhere. So
Mhm.
you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
So what are you telling me? You haven't seen it. So I don't understand. But I'm allowed to question things because
Yeah.
you haven't seen it. You haven't seen it. All you know is what you've been told and what you've
Yeah.
assumed. You
Yeah.
have not seen it with your eyes.
Yeah.
So you don't know what you
this
don't
is-
know.
And this is why I understood that point of view.
I didn't.
To me, yeah. to me. No.
I didn't.
I'll tell you why. Because to me, I see it from a scientific standpoint where there's enough science out there to let us know that we're living on a sphere and the rest of the planets are spheres. and
How?
all-
Oh, don't
Huh?
just say that because he will
Look
say,
at the 1500s. Galileo, Copernicus.
don't talk to me. Move to Marx, please.
It's the same. We're all in the same
I don't
room.
like
man.
when these conversations happen. I don't know why I always got to defend flat earthers. And I'm saying I'm not that
You're not a
invested. I
flat-
just like
yeah,
inquisitive.
exactly.
I just like inquiring into things, innit?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
like, innit? I like answers and I like them almost to be definitive.
Yeah.
Like, do you get what I'm trying to say?
Mhm.
That's what I like. So I don't mind. I'm strong enough to question things.
Mm.
This is it. This is it.
I think maybe one day we need to have the conversation.
We
Yeah.
should. People
You know what I'm
believe
saying?
in
But-
all
Yeah,
sorts of things.
yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Mhm.
In all sorts of things. I'm not trying to I'm not going to disrespect nobody.
I think that should be a segment. That should be. I think we should have a conversation. Yes.
Yeah.
I think it should be in the woke or joke segment.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Good
We
idea.
could get into it.
And to answer your question about windfall tax,
Oh yes. yes.
basically what it is a tax on particular profits
Mhm.
that a company makes kind of out of luck. So, for example, say you went into business selling jumpers,
Mhm.
and for some reason, I don't know, you had a dream, and you was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna buy from the manufacturers 1 million jumpers. You normally
Yeah.
buy only, let's say, 1,000. You
Yeah.
buy 1 million,
Mhm.
and then overnight, all the cotton fields in the world just burn for some reason,
Mad.
right? So everyone has to come to you for
Okay,
jumpers.
Yeah.
Because of that, the tax basically on that lucky decision you made, they're saying it should be taxed higher, pretty much. So basically,
That's
people who
because I
have
have luck.
basically,
You should have had foresight.
so they're basically saying those who've kind of profited from the luck of COVID, right?
Yeah.
They should be taxed higher. That's basically a windfall
Is that
tax.
fair, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go on to. Do we have time to do the second one?
I mean, we can put it in a previous in a later one if you want.
Yeah. Okay. We'll move on to the next segment. I forgot to say, hang in there, Queen. We're rooting for you. Okay, so word on road. Britney Spears is back in the news. So our good sis, as we know, she had a 13-year conservatorship over her finances and her medical and personal, all that kind of stuff anyway. And that ended last year. And basically her fans are a bit worried because she was posting pictures of herself, like nude pictures of herself. But I'll be very honest, right? I think she posted like 8 pictures, I believe. But when I saw this, I assumed that she posted like nude, as in nipples are out. I mean, every bit's out, but really it's just a full frontal naked picture, and obviously her bits were covered. But her and she's pregnant. She's currently pregnant with her third baby. First with the boyfriend that she's with, who she's been with, I think, for 6 years now. They're saying, but yeah. So the fans are worried, and they're saying that she basically posted 6 identical pictures of the same thing, and then posted 3 again of the same picture again. So they're kind of worried about, and obviously as we know, Britney's kind of suffered like mental health stuff and things that it's been out in public. So they're kind of worried about her and a bit really concerned. And they were kind of leaving like comments under her pictures. Someone was like, this girl she's sick and this is her crying out for help. And obviously in the past, we have seen her cry out for help, which is how the Free Britney movement started. And it's just a bunch of fans just kind of concerned. And people were talking about, someone said, if her man really respected her, he wouldn't let her do this and blah, 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 blah. Which I think, okay, all right then. But I don't know. I'm not really taking it as...
You see them pictures that she posted, yeah?
Yeah.
Like, did she put the heart over them? Or is that the Daily Mail done that? Like,
I think she did it.
I think she did it.
Yeah,
So
she put the heart over it.
Yeah, so it wasn't like a full nude. And I can't lie to you, this is giving me bikini picture.
No, but this
Is
is
it?
Britney Spears can't be... But then again, she can because she's crazy, but...
Do you think it looks a bit like pornish though?
No, Instagram is porn now.
There's no clothes on.
Social media is porn now. That's good. You should stay off social media. Your girls are happy about that.
It's because of what she's been through.
Yeah, that's the concern.
There's something wrong.
What's led to the decision?
Because I'm thinking as well, like, it's just posting like 6 pictures, but maybe I'm just naive. I'm just thinking maybe like her internet connection was alright. And then sometimes it just duplicates your like, because I haven't gone to post a story yet where it's duplicated the story. Or maybe like a comment kind of thing. But I don't know, man. I think it's difficult.
She knows what I got. What's the caption say? I love you all so much. She knows.
But you know what though? What I do think is interesting, because I thought, let me dig in a little bit into her boyfriend, right? So they're planning to engage. They're planning to get married soon. However, obviously prenup because Britney Spears, right? But apparently it's taking longer than it usually should. And it's more about him. And he basically is saying that the longer they get married for, the more money he wants at the end of it, if it does end. So he's saying that the money he gets, I think after like 5 years of marriage, should start to go up. And obviously, if you really love someone and you've been through the things, the things that she's been through, you've been together for 6 years and all that kind of stuff, why are you longing out the marriage for money, I guess? So there is that, and people are kind of concerned about that and concerned about his motives, and maybe he's just trying to get married to her. Because obviously now she's got her concerns, now she's in charge of her finances, right? So maybe she's trying to get married to her for a quick buck. And I can't lie to you, men can lie. So even the 6 year shifts he's put in there, that's nothing, really and truly. But then, but also as well, she's not getting involved in the prenup stuff. She's just left it to her lawyers. I can't lie, sis is for what she's been through, sis is very trusting, and that's a red flag. But yeah, so she's kind of not getting involved with the whole prenup stuff and just leaving it to her lawyer to deal with his team. So it's a bit weird because people are saying that if she's the way she is, her man should be protecting her, and he should have seen these posts and kind of pulled up on. Obviously, we don't know what's going on in the house, but the posts were up, so it don't look like he did pull him up on it. And then obviously with the whole prenup stuff where he's asking for money and all that kind of stuff, it's all a bit shady, really. But you just never know, man.
Everyone should be allowed to come up, man. It works both ways, man.
It definitely does.
High value men are our target.
Because I was thinking,
it should be the same for women. We're preaching equality on this show, man. These are got to go for the same thing. So Britney better stay woke, because there is wolves in sheep's clothing out here who just want you for your money. Okay? I ain't saying they're gold digger.
Women are actually just open about the fact that they want men for the money. We're not wolves. We're not dressing up as other characters. We're very real about the fact that we want a rich man.
No, it's wolves in sheep clothing.
But you know what's crazy? Because I had to kind of check myself, because when I was reading it, I was very shy. I was thinking, oh, look at you trying to get a woman's money. But then I thought, would I have that same energy if it was a woman?
Of course you wouldn't.
First of all, you don't know me. Don't say that. You don't know what I would do. I might. Not really though. But yeah, it kind of made me think, and I thought, check myself kind of thing. But yeah, I want to talk about Elon Musk as well. And a tweet, obviously you can give me more information, but he basically tweeted something and he said, if I die under mysterious circumstances, it's been nice knowing ya. He's giving me Trump.
You think so?
Yeah, because give us more information. Who's trying to kill you? Why? Give me more than just if I die.
No, nobody in the past has ever given more information because that could speed up your untimely death.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he's pretty much saying, yeah, like there's some forces at work here.
Yeah.
There's some forces at work here that don't want me to succeed.
Dark forces.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, for
That's
him
right.
to have so much money and be in the spaces that he's in, if the stuff that he's doing is not like, if it's not like the status quo for his peers and stuff,
Exactly.
and they don't like it, then you can imagine the level of threats that he's dealing with because his ops are all going to be other billionaires.
Yes.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Exactly.
So if they really want him out of there,
Especially,
this is a gunner.
if you're trying to do the whole freedom of speech stuff and get some people back on, and these are people that maybe they're silent, they're being silenced for a reason.
you know what? When you think about his lifestyle, he might actually have like a whole like MI5 setup. Like he actually might have like a whole like a
Crazy
whole
security
unit.
I think people that are under threat of being killed are the ones that know stuff. It's like Jeffrey, what's his name? Epstein.
Yeah.
I don't believe that man killed himself.
No, I don't think
He
anyone
didn't.
does.
He
I don't
didn't.
think anyone
He did
does.
not. He did not.
No.
So this is giving me that I've
They
got
got him out of there,
information.
Yeah,
They
ASAP.
said not on the thread. But yeah, so I just thought that was a very interesting bit of
Yeah, exactly.
tea.
Especially as he's now saying he's bringing Trump back. Like you said, you know what I mean?
Man like Trump.
Yeah. But
He needs
but
to come back.
I guess Trump's a billionaire himself.
Yeah.
So I guess he will be siding with Trump
Yeah,
and
but-
people who think like Trump.
But the thing is that when people are trying to kill you, all of a sudden now everyone's just like, oh, that's a shame. They're just attending a funeral. Might just even zoom in if the targets are still on their backs. But
Yeah.
also another bit of tea, which is exciting, Black woman excellence. So the other day, Emman was talking about, Emman and Mark was talking about how ASAP should get, if anything was to happen, ASAP should get a cut. Well, I will tell you what ASAP will definitely not be getting a cut off is Fenty is going to Africa, and I'm so excited. This is why I miss Koi, because she would have done the whole me. But so Fenty Beauty and Fenty Skin is dropping in Africa.
Cheers.
It will be in Botswana, in Ghana, Kenya, Namibia, Nigeria, South Africa, Zambia, Zimbabwe. And it's going to get there. It's all going to come 27th of May. And I just think that is amazing. That is revolutionary.
Yeah, big up her. It's a good
Yeah,
look
man.
still.
That is
100%.
amazing. So
100%.
the girls over there,
Can I ask, what makes Fenty so good?
hold on, let me tell you.
It's Rihanna.
No, it's not.
Because this is
about
what I was going to
Rihanna.
say.
It's
Is
all
it-
about Rihanna.
Is it?
Trust me, it isn't.
It is.
Marks, don't tell me.
Rihanna
This is
is a
woman business.
placebo. Everything she's gonna tell you is code
Brent,
for
can you mute his mic,
Rihanna.
please?
Okay, go. Now.
I'm going to tell you why. And I hope the women don't come for you because you're too quick with that one. Because basically,
Yeah.
women in the beauty industry, the standard's always been white women.
Okay.
So when Black women had to get makeup and stuff, we never really had shades that covered our skin tone. We'd either have to go, we basically had to go light, right?
Lighter.
We'd have to go light. There was never any shade, any makeup skincare line that had every single shade, as in like albino women,
Yeah.
albinos, the really, really dark women, in between women, even women who are like, there's different shades of black, right? And when Fenty came out, that's why it was revolutionary, and not just because it was Rihanna, women's business, was because when she came out, I think she came out with like something like 40 something shades.
Wow.
It covered literally from the palest
Yeah.
skin tone all the way to the darkest skin tone. And that's what made it revolutionary. I think as much as it's Rihanna and whatever, if she had come out with the same way these other brands came out with, which is just usually like 10, 12 shades, we would have cared, because you have to, as a Black woman who wears makeup, we had to make an informed decision. Do we want to go lighter or do we go darker and then try and lighten it up to match our skin tone with other? Do you know what I mean? We've been mixing like different pumps and we actually could go and buy makeup, buy foundation and just get the one that actually fits your skin Perfectly. Marks, I don't know what you're about to say.
Is she like just like her face, like an ambassador, like brought in, or is it her thing?
No, it's her.
Yes.
That
Like,
she
from
did the
the ground
research
up.
from the ground up.
Like it's
Wow.
it's just hers.
It's her.
Yeah, that's
I think-
cool. All I hear is about Fenty. I don't really know
Yeah.
what
Exactly.
it means or what it represents. or
It's
what it
just, I
stands
think
for.
that's why it's...
I just know it's a thing.
Mm.
No,
It's
yeah.
big.
It's her. And
So-
that's one of the reasons why it's revolutionary in the way it is.
So is it affordable for the average
It's
woman?
affordable. It's
Oh,
very
is it?
affordable. Because when the foundation came out, I think it was, if I remember correctly, I think it's like £23, and that's good for foundation. A good foundation,
Mm.
and for what the foundation did,
£23. How long does that last?
lasts you a while, you know? Because you don't,
Okay.
it depends how much you wear makeup.
Yeah.
If you wear like makeup like every single day,
Mm.
then maybe like a couple months.
Oh, that's still good though.
That's still
Mm.
good.
Mm.
But if you don't wear makeup as much, like I've got foundation.
Mm.
Yeah, do you get what I mean? So,
Mm.
but that's one of the things that was, it was affordable
Yeah.
and it had really good coverage. You didn't have
Nice.
to build.
Yeah.
And it was honestly like, it's what the black women have been wanting for years. Do you get me? And it finally came and it just catered to us. And it's like, even within the black community, we've got like women who are very, very pale skin.
Mm.
And it's weird because I never thought about their struggles. I just thought of like being darker and
Mm.
not being able to get foundation that suits my skin. But even with them, they were looked after. Honestly, the palette of the shades was just mind blowing.
And see, that's another lesson right there.
Mm-hmm.
See, a black woman had to do it
Yeah.
for
Bring it
black
home.
people.
Bring
Yeah.
it home.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
It's essential.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Black people do for self.
And
It is.
it to be good.
Good.
Exactly.
Yes.
You didn't buy it because it was a black person.
Yeah.
You bought it because the
It was
product
good. Yeah.
made sense.
Exactly.
Economics.
Exactly. Honestly, it was really good because obviously with makeup stuff, you get influencers and stuff and then PR and they get it first and all that kind of stuff and they try it. And a lot of times you can kind of tell this. Shout out Jackie Aina. Sometimes you can tell people are just saying it because they've got a check, like the brands. But everyone's reactions was genuine. Obviously, people that are like, oh, I don't really like it for whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't really match my skin isn't like, it doesn't really, I don't like the feel of it. I like something
Okay.
heavy. I like something lighter. There's
Mm.
going to be comments like that, but it was never anything to do with the product itself. No one could take away from how good it
How
was.
good it was.
And it's
Yeah.
amazing. So I'm so proud of her. And I'm so glad that it's going to Africa because the girls over there need it as well. So this is
It's
revolutionary.
gonna go clear.
Yeah, 100%.
Amazing. And she started with makeup and she's got Fenty skin now as well. That's going to Africa as well.
So what's the difference?
So Fenty skin is that skincare stuff.
okay. Oh,
So-
like washes and
Yeah. So
Okay,
beauty
cool.
was just makeup, like the highlighters, the concealers, like even stuff like that, like even bronzers that fit our skin, highlighters and eyeshadow. Like it was very well thought out. She's not giving you guys an album. Forget it. She's done with the music. She's not doing it. And then now she's got Fenty Skin, which is now skincare stuff and all that kind of stuff. And it's amazing. And I heard as well, I think she's going to start doing, perfumes or something. And but with Rihanna as well, though, she did start with like clothes like back in the day as well. Like
Okay.
kind of like a few pieces here, like shoes and stuff like that. But
So what, does she do stuff like washes and all them things like for men as well?
yeah, men can use it as well, yeah.
No, not can use for men.
No, but it's suitable for male and female skins.
You sure? Yeah.
Yes, it is. No, it definitely
Alright,
is.
cool.
Definitely is. Because male
Because I would
influencers
rather
use
give my money to her than to
it. No, absolutely. And you should.
You know what I mean?
No, you should.
Okay, cool.
But yeah,
Them
so
Palmers and Cocoa Butter and them people there. You know. But okay,
So
cool.
for another day.
That's it.
but yeah, so that's amazing. And yeah, here for it. That's all for me.
Dope.
So Emman, what have you got for us
Okay,
today?
guys. So welcome to my segment
Yep.
where I give you the news from an economics point of view
Yep.
and let you know why it should be very, very, very important.
Oh, what's
to
the
you.
segment called?
Ah, this guy.
Do you know what's funny? Do you know
This
what's so
guy.
Just you had an
Stay on his
opportunity.
track.
No, but you know what it is? You had an
I thought Mark was
opportunity.
on my side, you know.
Where
I
you
thought there was a
said-
Hackney connection here.
Nah. I told you guys that stuff has been deceiving you guys. You guys are not on the same team. You had a moment where you could have said, yeah, where I'm telling you what really matters. was a moment there.
It was set up for you still.
But I didn't want to ruin it. But Marks did. And I'm glad it was another black man that did it to you. Not me.
Alright, so basically, Michael Gove from the Tory Party has basically said the cost of living could get worse and deepen inequality. Like if you just stop.
What do you mean deepen inequality?
Exactly. So those who are poorer, who are working class, whatever, they will suffer a lot more than obviously those who are richer. And so I guess the government's going to have to try and subsidize things or put in place certain schemes where they can get money to help with that
But
cost
that's
of
not
living.
done by design, is it? That's just a product of the cost of living going up.
Yeah,
Isn't
yeah,
it? It's
yeah.
just gonna affect poorer people
So people
more.
more,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just checking.
So exactly.
No, just making sure.
Yeah, because pretty much he's basically saying the issue is, like you just said, it's just the reality of the situation. But they don't have enough money to kind of keep those who are the working class who need the money to kind of stay afloat, to be kind of at the same level they are, which is the issue. Because what happened the other day, they were talking about inflation and stuff and how it affected people on a practical level. That I think it's like 7 in 10 people now have now had to skip a meal every day to kind of just...
Oh
yeah, I'm on 1 meal a day. Yeah.
Well, you're on 1 minute because you're busy. No, sir, it's not because you're poor.
No, this stuff is going mad. You see that? But before, I just used to, you just live and not kind of think about it. I mean, seriously, like even like when I'm driving and stuff like that, drive or just whatever, like. But
I just get in the car and go. Now I got to really think.
Recently, I was just saying to my mum, I said, I think I'm gonna have to like factor like petrol into like my budget of living and that. Like, I have to like actually be aware of what I'm spending and what I'm doing. I'm saying, because this is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
This don't make no sense. Like before, I would just be doing it. I don't even know. I couldn't tell you how much I spend a week on petrol because it just comes out. But now it's so much that I'm thinking like, how much am I spending?
Like I'm here very often.
Like, how can I be here again?
Yeah.
You get me? Yeah. No, so it's
and,
crazy.
And like it's very important that everyone really does that, you know, because it may seem like it's a problem for people who are older and have certain responsibilities, but everyone, because they're saying inflation could be 10% next month.
Mad.
That's crazy.
Next
that means,
month, not even next year.
Yeah, next month. You know what I'm saying? Like I think currently it's 8.2.
Well,
so you know what I mean? But
that
10%.
might be my Jubilee cancelled. I'm not gonna lie.
And that's mad. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think people understand that on a practical level. That means, for example, £100 is now only worth £90. You know what I'm saying? So you may think you're getting paid the same every year if your pay is the same, but really it went down 10%. It just went down 10%.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting pay cuts. Plus everything is going up in value. You know, in cost, I should say. So yeah, everyone pretty much has to kind of really fix up and understand certain things. So I'll just read a couple of the leveling up missions that the government is trying to put in place. So they're trying to increase pay, employment and productivity in all areas of the UK, with each one containing a globally competitive city. They want to raise the public investment in research and development outside the southeast of England by 40%. Because obviously, as we know, everything's pretty much London. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But outside them cities, that's what they kind of want to boost as well. They want to eliminate illiteracy and innumeracy by refocusing education spending on the most disadvantaged parts of the country. You would think they would have done that ages ago. But obviously, everything is a matter of progression. You know what I'm saying? They also want to increase the number of people completing high quality skills, training. There's a bunch of other things as well to do related to 5G and the amount of, I guess, towers they want to put in place to increase all of that type of stuff. They want to create more first-time home buyers in all areas and reduce the number of non-decent rented homes by 50%. So you, what's that guy on Twitter? Is it Quadro?
Oh yeah, Quadro.
Yeah. Again, he's doing his thing, man. It's good what he's doing because there's just certain things that these companies, these housing associations just
they don't
bank on people not complaining about.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or rather taking their complaints further.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And all of that is saving them money. All of that is keeping their profits afloat during this tough time whilst your rent goes up. It doesn't make no sense. So, people really do need to be aware of that. And I guess the last thing I'll talk about is just how China's lockdown is pretty much going to be affecting UK prices as well. So in a similar way to how Russia is affecting UK prices with, natural gas and things of that nature, everything's gone up because obviously, as you saw from the war, now we're paying crazy prices for petrol and diesel and stuff. But just in terms of phones, all electronic goods, computers, cars, because of their lockdown, a lot of their output is decreased. You know what I'm saying? So the demand is not going to match the, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So China's currently on lockdown now?
Yes.
From what? COVID again?
Yeah.
How long has this been?
I think it's been a few, because we spoke about this, I think
Maybe
in the first week of us recording TDA. Yeah.
It's not another wave, is it?
I'll get the...
I'm actually tired.
Something happened. And it's not the whole country though. It's not the whole country. It's I think certain cities. But yeah, because of that, it's kind of affected certain things. So, for example, with cars,
Bring
the
back
UK
that.
doesn't source many cars directly from China, but it does buy a lot from the EU. And with the bloc accounting for more than 8% of UK vehicle imports in 2020. But the UK car production relies heavily on Chinese-made components.
Mad.
So that's how it trickles down. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Everything has to be
Yeah,
recognized
it's
on
hard
a
to get
practical
cars. The
level.
waiting list for cars and stuff is
Yeah, it's
is
crazy.
crazy at the moment.
It's crazy,
hard to
yeah.
get cars.
Yeah.
Can't get cars.
Exactly. Even I remember going to Volkswagen. My cousin, she wanted to get a Golf or whatever. They were saying she has to wait like 6 months. 6 months
For a
car.
vehicle?
So yeah, like Mark said, man, it's crazy. And this is why, for the first time ever, I guess, cars are kind of keeping their value. Normally, you
No, I
buy
think
a
the value's
car.
gone up, you know?
Yeah,
Because if I lose
exactly.
something for a car, whew, even when I had a crash last year, I was trying to find a new car and all that kind of stuff. The prices,
Yeah, it's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, so
damn.
yeah, but yes, people, that's enough for me.
I can't lie, I kind of wanted to know about Netflix.
Okay, I'll give you a
I've
bit
been
of
paying
Netflix.
and it's gone up twice already. Because at one more time I'm gonna have to boycott them.
So basically, what they've heard your complaints.
Okay.
They have, and they're saying they're going to introduce an ad-supported, unfortunately, cheaper subscription plan this year. So this year, it's going to be a cheaper subscription.
So what are they taking?
Yeah,
If it's
what are they stripping
£2,
back? If it's cheaper, what are they stripping? What are they taking away?
I think that they're bringing in ads.
Yeah, so they subsidize what?
No, but
Yeah.
they need to take away.
Oh, so
like,
you'll get the
at
same.
least
You'll
£5.
get the
Same-
same thing.
same
It'll be
thing.
cheaper. They'll just be ads running.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
No, but
exactly.
it needs to be
What,
at
like
least
ads
£5.
during the movie?
it might be, you know.
That's why.
I'm not too sure.
Before, it might be before.
That's
It
the
might be
mood
in the
killer,
middle,
Might be
innit?
before,
and it might
after,
be in the
middle,
end.
yeah.
I hope it's before and after.
They can't do that. They should do what Sky
Go.
Gold do. Sky Gold will just pack up all the
in the
advert
beginning.
commitments in the beginning. So you just
Okay.
watch
Yeah,
like
and
3 minutes adverts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just run.
That's like a drink break, a toilet break, a popcorn break,
Yeah.
and then we get into it. That's
Yeah,
wild.
they may do that. Yeah.
Don't do the YouTube thing because you'll be finished. But then again, they won't. They're smart because what they will do, yeah, is make it do the YouTube thing. So halfway through the movie, yeah, not even all halfway through the movie, like sporadically throughout the movie, the ads pop up like YouTube.
Can you
And
imagine?
then Netflix Premium, no ads.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna be
and
paying
I'll
more
be
than what you were
paying
paying beforehand. These people
Exactly.
ain't stupid.
Exactly.
That's so annoying.
Yeah.
Does it really annoy you? Because if you want to watch the movie, if you want to watch the series, like you watch it, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I don't know why it's
It can-
I
depends.
got a Fire Stick, so I have access. So everything that Netflix have, I get it for free and with no ads. So I'll be fine. Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, HBO,
Do you know what I think? Do you know what I think?
Stars.
Mark, do you know what I think?
What?
I've been in to pay your ass because I've heard about this shit 5 times.
Because I don't understand.
We need a discount code.
Because you see, when people talk about TV and stuff,
You
I
can't
don't
relate.
understand why they're not got up to speed yet. If this is the 5th time you've heard me talking about it, why have you not got one? Like, what? I don't have the
I'm waiting
problems
for
you
the
don't have. I can watch anything I want in the world.
Do you have
relate.
does it come with like box office as well? Like so sports
You
and
think
box
it-
Yeah,
office.
all the fights.
all of that.
Everything.
No,
Any
but
single,
I've- no, but-
Explain
Yeah.
this to me. Explain. This to me.
any single pay-per-view.
My
Listen,
cousin's got the same thing.
How much
if-
was the Fire Stick?
the Fire Stick, you buy the Fire Stick off. You can Google it now. Was it £20, £30?
So you're telling
No.
me you spend one-off cost?
I paid a
No, but
one-off.
you got to get something stored on it.
No, but then
No,
you,
no, no, no,
but
no.
then you pay
Listen,
monthly
listen,
for your Netflix.
No. Because look, the guys are starting to do it even monthly now because I think they've worked it out. Yeah, so I've seen guys doing the Fire Sticks. They're doing £15 a month subscriptions. Yeah,
Okay.
which ain't even terrible. Even
Mm.
for
Can you
what
think
they're
of what
offering, yeah.
everything you get?
For everything that you get is actually sensational anyway. Yeah, but what they was doing, it was what was the payment I paid? I paid a one-off payment. £50 was it £60? It's for the year.
Mm.
Yeah, and I have to re it up every year. I pay £50
Okay.
or £60, whatever it was, for the year.
Mm.
Okay, and my TV works for the year, and it's got all box office. Remember, I've got American channels. I've got American channels. I've got channels that I can't use. I've got channels from I've got TV from every country: India, China, Africa. Where like every single
that's
thing
jumping.
I
Yeah.
have, like
That's sick.
I have here, all the pay-per-views. So any of the boxing, any boxing, anything that's behind the paywall, any UFC, anything that's behind the paywall comes up as soon as
Are you sure
This
you
is
don't have an app on the Fire Stick that somebody installed?
I installed it myself. I paid him. He tells me what to app. He told me what to do. So I download the VPN. Download the thing,
Yeah.
and then
You're not-
I download the
yeah.
app. I download the app,
I understand what you're saying.
and he gives me
I
sign-in
understand-
details,
I understand what you're saying.
and I
Okay.
sign in,
I
and I
understand
have
what you're
it.
saying.
And then
I
you got
understand
it.
what you're saying. No,
Mm.
you're talking about something that isn't available to everybody.
It's not as easy as
No,
mine.
no,
It's not. No,
Yeah,
I think
It's a modded fire stick.
yeah.
Yeah.
So why?
Why didn't you lead with that 5 weeks ago?
I thought everyone knew that though.
Yeah, I thought that was.
No. Because the fire stick you can get it cheap on
Yeah,
Amazon.
exactly. That's
Yeah,
what-
everyone can
But
get a
there
fire.
You need a
Oh,
mod.
so you're saying that why is my
Okay.
fire
What
stick
you're
not
doing
like
is
yours?
illegal. What you're doing is illegal.
Of course.
All right.
Of
One second.
course.
Wait.
I thought you.
That
I thought
wasn't-
everyone
that
knew.
wasn't
Can we?
clear.
I
No,
want to
wasn't
establish this. Yeah.
That was not clear.
My whole setup at home is illegal. Yeah, can we just establish this? Yeah, we're not paying no subscription fees. I told you not. Yeah, last week or whatever it was, what I identify as.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't know why there's any confusion. It
Mugs.
is illegal.
As your lawyer, I say don't admit to anything right now.
You see how silent I am thinking, damn.
They're coming for you, bro.
Mark, I'm not being funny. If they come to you and this affects the show,
That it would.
you are
It's-
in. You have to get me new jobs. I'm never playing.
Content.
Because what?
Nah.
Move on to the next. Please move on to the next.
Yeah, exactly.
Exclusively.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So apart from reporting the news to you guys, giving you all the tea and all that kind of stuff, we have a daily segment. And it's Wednesday today. I think it's our first Wednesday, isn't it, guys? So, Wellness Wednesday. And this segment is based around positivity. We will be sharing with you a particular positive phrase or quote. And it will focus on mental health and strength. And we just really want to pour into you guys' life and goodness and good vibes and all that kind of stuff. So, today's quote is, not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced.
Oh, I like
This
that.
is by James Baldwin.
I like that one.
I like that. That's a good
Yes.
quote. That's a good quote.
Very, very nice.
Do you need to unpack that for anyone at home that didn't?
I
Can
think they
everyone
want to hear from Professor Marks, you know?
For me,
Yeah, does anyone relate to that?
yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta go out and do it. You know what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say? It's like you gotta put the work in. You gotta put the effort in. You gotta stand up and go and do the work, or
Yeah.
it's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
You can want things to change all you want, but unless you get up and take the steps and
Yeah.
put things in place to make the changes come, they are not gonna happen.
And I like that as well. We're saying that even if you do face things, it doesn't always mean things are going to work out, basically.
Exactly.
But then you would never know until you face it if it's going to work out or not.
Yeah.
I don't
Because
like
I always say that when you start, like if you do something and it doesn't work out, you're not starting over. You're starting with experience. You've learned something in that whatever situation it was before that's going to help you moving forward.
Yeah.
And you can apply that
Mhm.
knowledge or that wisdom or that skill or whatever,
Mhm.
something that you're doing moving forward. So
Yeah, 100%. James Baldwin, he's like one of my favorite authors, by the way. He came up in the civil rights era. So,
Okay.
you know, he was friends with like Malcolm X, Elijah Muhammad,
mm,
Martin, Medgar Evers, and people like that.
Also, he's not one of the other famous Baldwin brothers.
No.
I was thinking of Cardi B's song when you said Baldwin. Damn.
James Baldwin is a sick
I know
writer.
that. I'm just clarifying for everyone at home.
Yes, exactly.
I'm
But yeah, he's a
honest.
sick writer. If there's a book that you want to check out,
Yeah.
The Fire Next Time.
Okay.
James Baldwin is one of my favorite books.
I like
Sick.
that.
But he's a sick writer. He had obviously the whole civil rights struggle.
Yeah.
But he was gay as well. You know what I'm saying? So his struggle was heightened.
Mm.
Fine.
You know what I'm saying?
Fronts.
Back then. You know what I'm saying? But he was just
Yeah.
a prolific writer. And
Mhm.
everything he says, to me,
Mm.
it's hard for me to disagree with what he says. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's pertinent back then and fully today as well. So yeah, this is just one of many quotes of like nuggets of truth that he, dropped over the years.
Love
Obviously
that.
he's dead now, but yeah.
Love that.
R.I.P. him.
So listeners, you can get involved in this segment as all our other segments. So you can call up to let us know your good news, positive things. If you want to spread positive vibes out into us and to other listeners,
Mhm.
you are more than welcome to do that. If you get in contact with us on 075-6484-1073, send a voice note in, send a message in. And also you can email, if that's your way of doing things, TDA submissions at THENEWBLXCK, black is spelled with an X.com, and do that. And of course, for our other segments, asking for a friend and sis, what would you do? Just a reminder. You can also send some stuff in for that as well. Hashtag asking for a friend or hashtag sis, what would you do? So we know what segment it's for. And the number again is 075-6484-1073. And yeah. Last headline of the day.
Is it?
It is. I'm glad you're having so much fun. You didn't realize how much time has gone by. It means I'm doing a good job.
No, I thought usually we double back after. Okay.
Oh no, because your bit is coming, babes. That's a double part. That's the second
No,
part.
he's talking about the other headline about Sheku Bayu, that guy, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh no. We spent a lot of time
The inquiry.
talking about the Jubilee and stuff.
Yeah.
So there we go. We'll talk about that tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll touch on that tomorrow because the inquiry is like it's ongoing anyway. So
Okay.
I do love that you're on top of the doc. I love that. With your cross leg. Just give me producer. I'm here for that. I love it. But so Casey White has been captured. So Casey White escaped Alabama. I love the way
Alabama just sounds racist.
I know.
Alabama just sounds like struggle and pain.
Alabama. Yeah.
I'm telling you.
So Casey White, the escaped Alabama inmate who went on the run with his prison guard lover for 11 days before being arrested last night, is now back in jail.
Mm.
Is Casey White black?
no, white,
Okay. And is the lover black?
white.
Okay. This is White news. US Marshals finally caught up with White and his lover, Vicky White, on Monday, bringing an end to a nationwide manhunt that began on April 29th.
Sorry.
Crap.
Sorry. How come they got the same name?
That's what I was thinking too, but it's just coincidence. You know?
Was it
Oh, it's just
Yeah,
coincidence.
they're not married. No.
So that's forgetting. Oh, this is bait. Like, obviously, she's gonna break him out. I've seen this film. Yeah, I've seen this movie. Like, what the hell? Okay, yeah. Sorry, go on.
So, US Marshals finally caught up with White and his lover, Vicky White, on Monday, bringing an end to a nationwide manhunt that began on April 29th. She helped break Casey 38 out of county jail in Alabama on April 29th with the excuse that she was taking him in for mental health evaluation that was actually never scheduled. She was spotted buying men's clothes at Kohl's and shopping at a sex store a week before they ran off.
No, she
Your
got her
priorities
priorities.
messed up,
No, she
sis.
got her priorities in the right order. Yeah.
Not a sex store.
They need to de-stress after, you know.
Clearly. Vicky died after. Oh no.
Wait,
Sad.
what? She's dead.
Yeah.
man.
Oh my god, these are didn't prepare. I ain't seen this movie. These are didn't prepare me for this.
So Vicky died after being shot in the head during a dramatic police chase last night in Evansville, Indiana. Initially, police said she killed herself. Audio of a dispatch call between 911 operators reveals that Vicky told them she was holding the gun and had her finger on the trigger. However, on Tuesday, it remained unclear if she killed herself or if Casey shot herself.
Yeah. Basically, if Casey shot her.
Yeah, so So it remained unclear whether she killed herself or Casey, her lover, killed her. An autopsy is pending. So here's a quote. When we made the arrest yesterday afternoon, when we were taking Casey into custody, he said, "Help my wife. She just shot herself."
Mm.
Obviously, there's an ongoing investigation to determine just that, because really, man's thinking, I've been cool. I'm going back to jail. You're not about to add on another charge to me.
Help my wife.
Help my wife. I think they were married.
Maybe they were married.
You know, you can get married in the jail. It's a quick nuptials.
Just marry the prison guard.
Stories. Stories.
But you know what, though, actually? I don't know the actual statistics, but it's a thing that a lot of female prison workers tend to fall in love with the male offenders, and they tend to help them, try and help them get out or get pregnant, and it's always a thing. Women just be falling in love. I just want better for us as a.
Have you not realised that
people.
it's a thing? Do you think workplaces change the fact that men and women are who they
the
are?
workplace with prisoners.
No, it doesn't matter. There's all.
Ma'am.
Listen, yeah, man. I don't understand what you said. We are stuck together.
Clearly.
We are entwined. You can't put men and women together in close proximity every day for that long and not expect those things to happen.
That's mad. I can't lie to you. Let me not even touch shit. I would probably fancy an offender.
The problem is
acting
acting on it, though, isn't it? The problem is acting on it, though.
Yeah,
Like, of course,
exactly.
you might fancy an offender,
Yeah.
but you're gonna roast him in the cell. Like, these people are crazy. These people are nuts.
It's mad. I don't know if you guys remember years ago, there's this lady and she helped like 4 or 5 of them escape. It was
serious?
a whole. I wish I remember the case now. It was a whole thing, and she helped 4 or 5 of them escape. And one of them, I think, he
Freedom is a
fancied
must,
her.
man. Big up her, man.
And she had a
Freedom in them.
husband. That was what was crazy. She had a husband. Now her husband's on the news. She had a husband and kids, and she was helping her prison lover and his little friends escape. And I remember her husband was on the news like, "Yo, I didn't know this is what she was on. Like, I just thought she liked work."
Love is a powerful thing, man.
It's crazy, man.
It makes you do crazy things.
Clearly, not me. I stay woke, but clearly, yeah, it's mad, man. It's a shame she had to die, but I guess, I don't know. Actually, let me not say that's a bit mad. But yeah.
I wonder who did it though. You
I
think she
think
did it
I
herself?
feel like she would have done it because I can't lie to you. I'd rather do that than have to go into jail. That's difficult. And she was a prison guard, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's a prison guard. Yeah.
Because you know your colleagues look at you like you snaked.
Yeah.
That's deep. But then again, she's in the mail. Nah, word travels.
You're right though. It's common though. I mean,
It is
so
common.
I wasn't so lucky, but
Okay. Yeah, it's mad. It's like I say, it's really, it's mad. But yeah, I think we'll stay on top of it just because I want to know. I want closure and I want to know what had happened.
Yes.
But they did well. I think they did well. 11 days on the run.
Boy.
I think that's
they
good.
did well. She got shot in the head.
After 11 days. They could have got caught on the first
That
day.
ended terribly. That was a bad decision that they made.
No, but
That was
were
a-
they really ever going to get away? I feel like you have to be rich and have things in place here where when you come out, the helicopter's taking you to Mexico or somewhere like they can't. You're off the grid now. You've got new identity. You've got all that stuff. You can't be a normal person who pays normal taxes and does normal jobs and think you're going to escape from prison.
See,
and
and
you're
they,
get caught.
they didn't think this through at all.
They didn't
because
think it through at all.
it was only so they could be together, and essentially it was just so they can have sex. They could have had sex in the prison. She should have just
She's
been
done
seeing
that.
him and kept him in the jail.
Yeah.
Because that plan was a bad plan.
He probably put the idea in her head though.
Oh yeah, Hundo.
Yeah, of course.
And just, yeah, it's a shame.
He had his little day out. He's had his fun. He's back now.
Back in it.
So I really want to know as well what he was in there for in the first place. Because really and
Crazy.
truly,
When you said the helicopter, it reminded me of, have you seen that film Queen and Slim?
Yeah.
nah, I haven't seen that, you know.
Sick film, man. I love that film. Yeah, it just reminded me of that, innit?
I want to watch it. I'm going to watch it. But
Yeah.
it's mad. So I wonder what he was in there for in the first place anyway. He did all that and for what?
You know that's all the girls' fault as well.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
How's it the girl's fault? I hope it's about
She
Queen and Slim.
gaslighted him.
Yeah, she did.
It's about Queen and Slim.
Yeah, she
I was about to
gaslighted
say.
him.
Yeah,
I'm going to
'cause-
watch that. Don't ruin it. Don't spoil it.
Yeah, exactly. You won't say that.
I'm going to watch it.
But it's an emotional film.
Is
Like,
it?
You lot, yeah.
I love emotional though.
It's a sick film.
Like, I haven't cried in a while, so I love a good cry.
It's got Daniel Kaluuya in it,
Oh,
yeah.
my babes.
And Jodie Turner.
Is that her name?
Yeah, Jodie Turner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pick up Daniel Kaluuya every single time. Beautiful black man. Okay, next segment. Over to you.
Well, you know who's done it here today, man. It's easy, man. You got egg on your face. Can't escape it. Rebecca Vardy, man.
Girl.
It's embarrassing, man. It's a shambles. And you know why, yeah? I think you're going to lose, yeah? Because even if you, like, win your case and you have to get paid, yeah, we're going to dislike you even more. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So in the court of popular opinion, it is official. You are guilty. You are a wrong-un. You know what I'm trying to say? And you betrayed people's trust. It's like, blood, you know, like backbiting, bad mind,
Yeah.
all these stuff. We've been telling you about this from the beginning of time. Ask anybody, the people will tell you. They say, yeah, the number one killer in the world is heart disease. But ask any Jamaican, they will tell you it is bad mind. Yeah? Bad mind is the number one killer in the world.
Dear.
Evil eye, all them thing there. You know what I'm trying to say? And she's just done you like a kipper. She put up the private story. You're the only one there, you know.
Mate.
You know?
Do you know how wild that is?
How can you be there just by yourself like this? Just standing up.
Like a fox on the highway.
Just looking at the news, getting ready to spill the tea. You thought you were so slick and wicked.
Oh, dear.
And you're an idiot, man. And you're just dragging your whole family's name through the dirt because we like Jamie Vardy. Like Vardy, the Vardy name was synonymous with success, and hard work. He came from, his story was dope. They was talking about making a movie from, we come from Fleetwood Town and that.
Oh, serious?
Yeah,
Wow,
won it
see?
late. Read the
Boy.
room, man. You're supposed to-
Read the room.
You're supposed to be better, man. You're representing someone. He's an England international. What you done was stupid, and you're being dragged through the mud. I hope you don't win the case. I hope you don't get no money. But yeah, the damage is done, man. I'm guessing you don't like it. Everybody knows you're an idiot now. So every time you go outside, that's what they're gonna see, and you're screwed. But yeah, man, Rebecca Vardy, you're done at it, man.
Do you know I have a question for you guys, actually? If your girl did something that was embarrassing for you, yeah?
Yeah, she's done at it.
Would you tell her, like, why did you do that? Like, that's embarrassing.
Of course.
Let's say this kind of situation, because I think that's such an awkward conversation to have.
Yeah, I'm saying
It's so awkward. Like, why did you do that?
yeah.
She's mad.
I'd
She's
hate
mad.
it. I'm not unreasonable. I'd say this the first and last time.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I didn't
real.
get a chance. I didn't know you was an idiot. So
I
I
didn't
didn't get a chance. I didn't get a chance to warn you.
Yeah.
Now I've seen. I'm letting you know now. This is not happening.
That
If
is
it does, I gotta go.
Yeah, for
I'm
real.
sorry. I'm
That's
sorry.
so embarrassing.
Can't take embarrassment, man.
Mm.
Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Yeah.
It must have ruined all his relationship with like the England team and everything.
That's right. Bare people.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
now none of the other wives want her around.
Yeah, exactly.
Now you're
Exactly.
stuck. You can't even go out. Like you can't do a couple things. You're
Yeah.
not invited anymore.
Can you imagine?
You're actually not invited because you're gonna bring your wife.
And anyone that does still hang around with her has to be bad vibes. Like,
Mm.
Yeah, you must be.
These are crosses,
For
cat.
real.
That's crazy, man.
Well,
Yeah, man. Let's do the last bit of the show. This has been great. It's been a great show. Thank you guys for joining, for being on here, the hosts.
it's my watch, bro.
So what?
It's not, you know,
What is this?
early. He's surprised at how quick.
Yeah. Got my timings wrong. Do you know what I don't like? I feel like you like. Why are you embarrassing me? Why would you say that? Why you couldn't say that behind the scenes?
No,
when it
that
comes
wasn't
off?
even a negative. I was just saying it runs smooth. Listen, as long as the bases are covered, and we've done our job and we delivered,
You're good.
Yeah.
I'm good. We get it. If it's done early, it's done early. You
Brent is
are
listening like, okay.
not gonna hear me complain.
Okay.
Your time wasn't off or anything. Like,
Okay.
everything
That's why I didn't
was
come to
just-
the show
yeah.
too stuff because I
exactly.
thought, oh no, like,
Mm,
okay, that's cool.
it was
Right.
cool.
Thank you guys for tuning in as always. Please follow us on all our socials at The Day After TNB on Instagram and Twitter. Like, comment, share our videos, do all that great stuff. Put your friends on, send it to your group chats, do all that great stuff, right? You want us to be great? You're
Thank-
here, you're watching us because you want us to be great. So let's be great together. And don't forget, you can send us your voice notes and text messages to 075 6484 1073. And also, guys, from June, we are going to be live every morning. So you get to watch us record live from June on our Patreon. So head over there as well. And there'll be amazing perks, like great stuff. You can communicate with us, ask us questions, interact with us, merch stuff, you'll be first to know, shows, all that great stuff, you'll be first to know.
Mhm.
But yes, and also for anyone who would like to inquire about the show, you want to come on the show, feature on the show, send an email to our team at thedayafter@thenewblack, black with an X.com. And that is all from us today.